Hi Sushma. Hello Meenal. Hi Nidhi. Hello Ipsita. Hi Madhu. Hello Monisha. Hi Vishali. Hello Kanika. A very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to Spotlight with Suman, a platform where we showcase different image consultants and soft skills trainers from all over the country and sometimes overseas as well. I'm Suman Agarwal, co-founder and director of Image Consulting Business Institute, and all these image consultants and soft skills trainers are from ICBI. So my guest for today is Sapna Handa. She is from Chennai. She's a certified image consultant and a soft skills trainer. She's an author, etiquette expert, as well as a stylist. So let us see if Sapna has already joined in and if we can start our conversation. Sapna, if you could send in a connection request or joining request for the live. Hi, Sapna.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Very well. How are you doing?
Absolutely fine. It's a pleasure to be with you here.
Same here. I mean, I was waiting for this interaction because there is so much to talk about and a lot of exciting things to share, right?
Absolutely.
Great. How are you doing otherwise?
Absolutely fine.
Fantastic. So let's begin, Sapna. The first question is that what were you doing prior to joining ICBI?
Okay, this is a great journey. Prior to joining ICBI, I was the owner of a restaurant called Five Senses in Chennai. That was a standalone restaurant which was serving Mediterranean food. And unluckily, or I would say luckily, that did not do very well. So my husband decided to shut it down because we were going at losses. And there, this was my huge little baby, which I didn't want to lose. So I agreed to my husband, obviously, because he was the investor in it. I was just the person who was taking care of the project. And then we happened to travel to Vancouver, where my brother stays. And then I just happened to attend one of the seminars where one of the male image consultants was talking about how image consulting is a wonderful career. I attended the seminar and I was just thinking, oh my God, I wish if India has something like this. And after a month, I came back to India. To my utter surprise and amazement, I found the ad of ICBI in the paper, a huge ad. And I said, oh my God, if I could have asked for something, if wishes were horses, I think everything would have been fulfilled. So that was the day when I just immediately took the cutting of the paper, called up Nungabakam branch, and next day I was with my husband and I enrolled for the course. So that's how I started my journey with the ICBI.
Wow, so this is all destiny, right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So why image consulting, Sapna, out of all the other careers that people explore? I mean, they look for, some sort of designing and some sort of interior designing and fashion designing and all sorts of things. Uh, Sometimes they also look for people look for traditional careers also. So why did you specifically look for image consulting? I mean, although you had heard about this profession through, some male image consulting, like you just mentioned, but
Yes.
why were you feeling so much inclined towards this particular profession?
Okay, I was tired of working in a partnership with people. First and foremost thing. The Five Senses restaurant, which I opened, was in a partnership. And in a partnership, I was absolutely confined to listening to the opinions and judgments of people. I wanted to row my own boat. And I understood that I'm not a person who could fit into a 9 to 6 regular job scenario, because I was a person who was strongly believing in her convictions to do something different, to ruffle differently. And this profession gave me all the scope to kind of explore a territory where I could actually find my passionate dreams coming into reality. And also, it gave me the freedom to look into my home scenario with no bondage of 9 to 6 jobs. So that was the main intention of joining the course, obviously.
And why do you think that this profession is the most lucrative profession for most people who are looking at some sort of a flexi option? Because I'm sure you also made your choice because, I mean, that was the basis of everything that you decided around this profession. So, what do you think? I mean, why do you think that this is the most ideal and the most lucrative profession when somebody is looking for a very flexible kind of a job option? At the same time, you can also make a lot of, you can make a lot of incentive out of it.
Absolutely. I don't know why people think about image consulting that it's difficult to make money in image consulting. I think we were the few lucky ones, probably. Um, um, Maybe we just ruffle differently. And I think this is the only profession for women which is the most respectable, being in the education line. I mean, you're teaching the students, you're having your trainees, and you're teaching them, and it gives you all the respect. Moreover, you can just work within the flexibility. You can decide as to how many hours you need to work in the day. And also, one of the most important things I found was earlier I did a few mistakes wherein I was available, for everything. And later on, I decided, I think money should work for me. I should not work for money. And I changed my whole strategies towards my working. So I started accepting only those offers which were actually giving me a lot of money, to be very frank. And I have earned a lot of money from this profession, to be very frank. And I don't have no qualms about admitting the fact. And when people come and tell me, how did you make money? I said, first and foremost thing, I was never even tired of talking about what I was doing. I would talk about it every single day, even when I was joining the course. Because most of the image consultants who join the course think that it's not right to talk about the profession. Let me finish about my career. Let me get the degree and then I'll continue talking about it. So talk about what you do and just start from your circle first. Do a few trainings here and there. And when people look at your work as to how you're doing it, the word of mouth does wonders towards bringing more and more clients into your life. And when one client speaks wonders about you, it just travels to the whole world around you, which gives you money as well as flexibility, and as well as, I would say, people know about you as to what you're doing. So this really worked wonders for me.
Absolutely, and I think that adds a tremendous amount of credibility factor because that is something which is very important. So it's not just about doing the program, it's also about doing the right kind of, selecting the right kind of assignments and doing them correctly.
Absolutely.
I mean, those are very important aspects of being an image consultant and a soft skills trainer.
Absolutely.
So tell me, Sapna, what kind of assignments have you been undertaking? I mean, I have been hearing a lot of great things about the kind of work that you do, and I keep seeing you on social media. So what are the different kind of things that you undertake?
Okay, starting from the ICBI, obviously, initially I was only confining myself to training with the ICBI and one-on-one consulting, which I used to get here and there. Slowly, my role changed because when people started getting in touch with me and they saw that I had some strategies and solutions which could help them transform their life. So my role changed from a coach to being a life strategist coach, wherein I was actually giving them solution as to how to solve their day-to-day existence in the life's journey. And slowly, apart from the corporate training, obviously, I was speaking a lot in these public forums, and slowly I started getting invitations from all these digital media and marketers to be able to, showcase my speeches and whatever I do. So basically, I'm on all these different medias, which is like celebbyte.com, which is Book My Star, and they ask me. We have these paid communities of people who just pay for the membership. So when these people pay for the membership, we make videos for them, which are inspirational as well as related to styling. So this is how I interact with my audiences, which is just like me. So people want to get in touch with me on a daily basis. So they're stuck. Somebody wants a birthday message. Somebody wants to just, lift up their spirits in day-to-day existence. So I get in touch with them. So this is how my role changed from being, it's not changed exactly. I'm just kind of exploring into different areas of life so that I don't lose out on anything. Life is too short. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell me, what kind of experiences have you had? If you could share one of your most interesting experiences of your client, I mean, something that has really touched your heart, some sort of an exciting experience which has been really, really amazing. So if you could share something, of that sort with us.
Okay, there are innumerable experiences, but I would just like to quote one here since you asked one particular. I had this client who was always coming to me for personal shopping. Okay, she would always get in touch with me, and I would take her to exhibitions here in Chennai, to the malls for shopping, and she had become my regular client for personal shopping, apart from the personal styling sessions what I did with her. So she said that, Sapna, I want to start something for women empowerment in Chennai, and if I start something, you will be on board. And about 3 years lapsed when we had this conversation. She never got in touch with me, but she would always message me on WhatsApp and we would be in touch. Sometimes she would shop herself and she would just kind of upload a picture as to how I'm looking, and I would say, amazing, you're doing a good job yourself. One fine day, her secretary gave me a call. I didn't even know she was her secretary. And she said that we would like to have a meeting with you. We are starting an international program for Velamal Group, which is a big group in Chennai. And this is a training program for all the international students. And I want you to be a part of it. And they fixed up a meeting for me. When I entered the hall, it was the same lady who was sitting there. So I said, oh my God, I mean, I'm just surprised to see you. She said, didn't I tell you we are going to be doing things together and you are on board with me for the Ology Women? So ever since I've been doing projects with Ology Women, they've been having workshops and I've been training to the huge group which is called the Velamal International here, and she is the director of Velamal International. And now we are kind of coming up with the online course which is for the students over there. They can just click on the online course and obviously the content is all theirs. So this is something amazing which happens in life. So that's why I say every person who comes into your life, there's a unique reason why he or she is there into your life, and she was there for a reason, and now we are partners in a program. So this is one incident which I would love to quote, and I would always do it because some people who help you in your life, you should never ever stop from appreciating them and acknowledging them whenever you go out, because it gives you such kind of people always walk into your life more and more. So that's called the boomerang effect.
Absolutely, absolutely. So since how long have you been associated with them?
It's been about 5 years now.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's been a long-term association.
Yes, yes.
Great. So, Sapna, from novice to novice, tell us more about the book that you've authored. I mean, you have also been an author, so that is another, I think, feather in your cap. So please share some insights about your book.
Okay. So from novice to novice is again a journey for all those who are looking at becoming something in life. So it's a journey from nothing to something. Each one of us want to become something in life. I think each one of us has this fire burning in their bellies that I want to do something. And I guess each and every woman sitting out there in the house is talented. It's just that nobody is able to tap their energies, to tap the potential what they have in the houses. We were lucky enough because I remember when Suman ma'am, you took my first session, I just looked at you in awe. And it was this first session you took, that was the art and science of first impression, and I looked at you. I said, wow, she's such an inspirational woman, and I would like to become one of them. You left such a mark on me. So if somebody leaves a mark on anybody else in life, I think we should also leave a mark on other people who are below us. And that should be our mission. So this was the mission of writing this book, as to completely project your image inside out, outside in. I worked on myself. Even I had low body confidence levels because I was a mother of two, and I was competing with all these youngsters at the Image Consulting Business Institute, who were confident and who were just so good with the laptop and computers and technical skills. And here I was knowing nothing about it. I would often beg my son to, please, I would give you $500, please teach me how to do the computers. And I would have to bribe him often, and he would say, Mom, when will you learn this art of, actually? And here I was doing everything all by myself, raising invoices and making my presentations. So when I could do it, being a mother of two children, amongst youngsters, each and every woman who's sitting out there can do it. And this was the reason why I wrote this book, because I wanted every woman to think that she is unique and independent with purpose and intention. And if she actually starts watering her inner soul garden every single day, taking care of her emotions, taking care of her sentiments, and start showing it on the outside, she can be a unique masterpiece. So basically, this book is inside out, outside in. It works both ways. You can't let go of one because it's so correlated and interdependent on one another. So water your soul garden, work on the inside, and then start taking care of yourself on the outside every single day by grooming, by wearing clothes which completely speak of who you are as a person. And then you see how you shine and how you would be an impeccable, novice new person. So that was the reason why I wrote this book. Yeah.
So tell me something. Did you ever imagine yourself to be an author when you were actually doing your hotel business?
Nothing, not at all. I didn't even know how to write a sentence. And there was this friend of my husband who is an astrologer. And he came and he told me, Sapna, you are going to write a book. I said, मैं कभी कुछ नहीं लिख सकती जिंदगी में. I cannot write anything. I cannot write a sentence. He said, you're going to write it. The time is coming shortly, and I'll tell you when you'll publish the book. So, and that's why his name is there on the first page. If you actually see, I've just kind of dedicated this book to my dad, obviously, who's no more, and to that person who just told that I'm going to write a book. I never thought I'll write one. And I've written, and now I'm the verge of writing the second one, which is almost going to get completed. Next year, I'll just publish the second book. Yes. Yeah.
Wow. So this is amazing, Sapna.
Thank you so much.
Where you have evolved yourself to what you've become and what you've shaped yourself to be like. This is truly, truly commendable.
All thanks to ICBI, and you, obviously, you left a mark on me.
Fantastic. So tell me, how is today's Sapna different from the one whom I had met about 8 years ago?
Today's Sapna is very different. I don't have words. I'm actually very different. I'm unapologetically who I am. I don't hold judgments towards people. I don't judge anybody, and neither I want people to judge me. I do things every single day differently. And if I feel that I am passionate about something, I don't sham away from not doing it. Nobody can stop me. I have this fire in my belly. Nobody can stop me. Even if they feel that I think you're doing wrong, I will find a way to do it. And I'm very strong, internally very strong. I have just handled the life's toughest battles, and I have become totally a different person. I was this very quiet, innocent girl, and now I just go talking wherever I want to. I don't shy away from speaking my mind, even if it just scares people out of their graveyards. So this is the new me. And I think I'm proud to be myself now. I'm completely comfortable in my skin being who I am. And I think the course did a lot towards shaping me into the new Sapna. Yes.
So tell me something, Sapna. Everybody goes through a phase of life where they feel very low on self-confidence and, low self-image. Have you ever gone through that kind of phase in your life ever?
Yes, of course. This was the phase, obviously, after giving birth to two children. I had put on a lot of weight. All of us do that with all those stretch marks and not feeling confident in your body type, looking at yourself every single day and thinking, oh, my God, this is not my journey. I didn't want to ever become mother. And moreover, I didn't want to get married. So I had this very low body image about myself. And I think I've written this in the book. I would often wear my gowns with shrugs to cover my big fat arms when I used to go out. And one of my friends, she would always tell me, remove this, why are you wearing this? I said, no, my arms are really big. And slowly, when I started learning about body type, how to dress up myself, I think there was no looking back. And now I just don't bother what I wear. Firstly, I know how to choose. I've become an artist myself who is able to choose silhouettes and clothing which is absolutely appropriate for my body type, which has given me amazing confidence. And I think life has changed after ICBI. So all these women who are low on self-esteem, body confidence, inner image levels, enroll yourself in the course and it'll do wonders to your self-confidence levels. I am here sitting right in front of you. Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so tell us, share with us two nuggets that you think are very important and very integral part of your life. I mean, something which you would like to share with all the people who are watching this live interaction with us today. What are those two important nuggets of your life that you would like to share with them?
Two important nuggets. Okay. I think people always think about what others are going to think if I do this, if I do that. Your own family members sometimes can pull you down because of their past conditioning. So if you feel that something is there which you can do every single day with a purpose and intention, and you're passionate about doing it, please go ahead and consistently do it every single day. Consistently. There lies the key. You don't have to stop it. It's just like you want to lose weight. I was a non-vegetarian. I've become a vegan and I exercise every single day, consistently. So if you want to do something, do it every single day. Don't bother about what people are going to be talking about it, because that is your purpose. That is the way you click, and you don't have to owe an explanation to anybody who's pulling you down. Secondly, do not go with the flow. Only dead fish go with the flow. I don't go with the flow. I just create my own path, even if it has to be completely different from others. I remember when I joined the ICBI, I would post every single day, even at that time on the Facebook, and people would say, Pagal hogi hai kya? I mean, she posts about herself every single day. And sometimes my own husband would tell me, how many posts do you post in a day? I said, don't stop me. This is my purpose. I'm here for a purpose. And if I am a changed version of myself, I want this to see in a lot of other women out there who are struggling with their body image and even the confidence levels, because most of them are not financially independent. They're just waiting on the platter to be given that self-respect and appreciation and money from their husbands. And I don't want them to work like that. So please don't go with the flow. Only dead fish go with the flow. Do not try to fit in if you're born to stand out. These are the nuggets which I offer to people who are all out there. Only then you can ruffle differently. Otherwise, you'll go with the flow. Yeah.
Absolutely. So don't go with the flow and don't fit in if you're meant to stand out.
Yeah.
Two very, very important nuggets that are coming from you.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So can you share one of your more than a paycheck moment where you felt it was worth becoming an image consultant?
More than a paycheck moment. So many of them. And yes, okay. This was on my flight back from Alaska. I happened to sit with one of the ladies who was next to me. And she was talking about, now this is how my journey changed from an image consultant to a coach, to a life coach. And she was talking about how her relationship fell apart from her husband, and they have nothing to talk to. They only talk about their holidays and how they're going to be earning their money and how they're going to be looking at kids' future. She said, we are just drifting apart. We are just kind of only earning and we have nothing to talk to. And there it was obviously a long flight, and we started talking, and then I just told her things that, why do you stop working on your relationship? Relationship also needs strategies. Just as we need strategies to dress up, we are so good at our goals. You know, we are so good at pursuing something in office. If we have a project, we assign a team. There's a team leader. There are 10 people who are working towards it. Why do you just leave your ball, which is cracked? If it is cracked, I think there's a need to hold it even more tightly and just mend the cracks. So she just got completely tempted with it. She said, actually, I dropped the ball. I stopped working on it because I was totally passionate about my career. I said, that's what all the women do, because once you start concentrating on your career, this is the first ball which gets dropped onto the floor. So she said, please give me your number. I would like to keep calling.
I think we've lost Sapna because of her internet connection. So just stay tuned because she'll be joining in shortly. So I'm in conversation with Sapna Handa, an image consultant and a soft skills trainer from Chennai. Stay tuned. She'll be joining in a bit. Sorry, we lost you.
Yeah, we lost each other.
Yes.
And I was going on blabbering, didn't realize that we lost the connection totally.
Yeah, you may continue.
So I was like completely, I just finished the whole sentence. So I really don't know where I was now. You'll have to ask me the question
No,
again.
you just mentioned that she asked for your contact number.
Yes. So ever since she became my client, and she's still a very good friend, I've been offering her life solutions to all her relationship problems. So this was like the most memorable moment of my life, wherein I think I have these strategies wherein people are stuck with their life issues and they want to get in touch with me, and I have solutions to their problems.
I think many image consultants have so many more than a paycheck moments, because I don't think that most of the people work here just to earn money, because
Absolutely.
there is so much beyond money, because there is so much of fulfillment, there is so much of satisfaction. The whole idea of doing image consulting and soft skills training is so rewarding that people feel that, we can do anything to, change people's life. That is something which is the most or the biggest priority in the life of our people, our image consultants.
Absolutely. You said it all.
Brilliant. So tell me, Sapna, in today's times, it's a world of competition. And I'm sure that you also must be doing a lot of work from your side to stay relevant.
Absolutely.
So what is it that you do to keep yourself updated and upgraded in order to stay relevant in today's times?
It's very difficult. I'm just going to turn 50 next year. I'm almost halfway there. And I'm not competing with anybody out here, obviously not. But I'm just competing with my own self. So to keep updated every single day, I have a routine which I strictly follow. I I exercise at about 6 to 7, which is obviously an online session. Earlier I do yoga, which is another 1 hour. I have a strict diet which I follow, and then I completely read. I would say a buff, and I have to. I'm a very cerebral person, so for me, if I get the food for thought for the brain, I need to continuously work on that. So, so reading is one of my hobbies, and obviously, I'm always in touch as to what is happening in the current situation. Because if you are in the digital marketing and if you are promoting yourself as a digital promoter or a marketer, you need to be in sync with the times. So obviously, I cannot lose on to that. I post every single day on Instagram. Every single day in the morning, I decide as to what I have to post, whether it's just a bite or just something to do with a quote from my book or something as one of my quotes. So I do it. And I do not feel that there's anything wrong in talking about what you do. I talk about what I do, and I talk very often about what I do, even if it's completely intimidating for the others to listen, because I believe that if I don't talk about myself, who else will?
Of
So I
course,
do these
absolutely.
things. Do I do these things every day on a daily basis to be in sync with what's happening in the current trends around me? Yeah. So, and
So
that's
you
why
do a
most of the
lot of
people tell
reading.
me I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of writing also, because every day I have this designated time where I'm just coming up with my book on quotes, quotable quotes. So every day, and somehow it's like the writer's dilemma, which just kind of you have this weird thing wherein at 4 o'clock you want to take your pen and write something. So I just keep it next to me onto the bed. Some weird thought will come and I write it down, because otherwise it'll just disappear in the morning hours, wee hours of the morning, and I don't know where it went. So I think I love music. I sing a lot, and I sing to myself. Even if people are getting scared and running away from me, I don't mind. My boys don't come when I sing in the room, but I do it every single day.
So
Yes.
how old are your kids?
My elder one is a doctor. He's done MBBS.
Oh wow.
My younger one is just got admission in the UBC, University of British Columbia, and elder one is just finished MBBS. Is going to UK for his post graduation. Yeah. So
Fantastic.
yeah.
Brilliant. So, along with the kind of work that you're doing, you're also taking care of your children. And now that they have grown up and they are well established and well settled in their respective careers, I think you have all the time to yourself to, evolve yourself every day. That's something which is really commendable.
Yes, I'm
And I,
becoming
I
more and
have
more.
always seen that most women who are working, most women who are working, taking care of themselves, are the ones who really are in a position to take care of their family also in a much more beautiful manner.
Absolutely. I've seen this comparison myself. When I was just a housewife, I would just kind of crib about the kitchen job. And I would do the whole day I would be in the kitchen doing nothing. And yet I wouldn't strategize or plan my day in a better way. Now I can just go my kitchen job, do my kitchen job. I'm just going for the meetings and I'm just more active and I'm able to finish my day in a much better way. So I feel working women are able to balance their life in a much more better way than just the housewives. That's true.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what's your goal for the next 5 years? Have you thought of anything? Is there any plan in place that you've thought of?
Yes, I have lots of plans. I had a to-do list and I've finished most of the things now. So now I'm on a sabbatical. I was thinking of writing a book. I was thinking whatever I've just put it on the list. I've done it, and now I have this obviously the second book which is publishing. I want to start my music album.
Oh, wow.
I want to start my music album. I've been trained in Hindustani classical music when I was in college, and I've just played Tanpura with Allah Rakha, with Girija Devi, with Bismillah. I mean, there are so many. I was in the SPIC MACE, which is called the Society of Promoting Indian Classical Music amongst youth, and I've performed on stages. But yet, I didn't get the time, so I was just confined to just being a bathroom singer, and these bathroom window panes would just break open when I would sing, shriek to my heart's content. So now I thought I would actually want to at least record a song, if not an album, if God is kind. Yes. So that's my 5-year aim or ambition, to
Great.
become
So
a
you
singer.
have so many shades to your sides. I mean, there are different elements that are attached to your life. So I'm sure that you're going to explore that as well, because if you have done the impossible things in life, this is something which you've already tasted it. So I'm sure in the next 5 years' time, you're definitely going to come out with an album, not just a song.
I know you can switch it off when you don't like it, but still I'll make a record. And that's what I tell my husband. अगर पसंद नहीं आएगा बंद कर देना. But there I am. I'm going to be recording a song, whether you like it or not.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the spirit that you must always live with.
Yeah.
So tell me, I mean, this is the last question that we've arrived at. What is your message for all those people who are aspiring to be image consultants and a soft skills trainer? Any piece of advice? Because you have also been training with ICBI for a very long time. And
Yes.
you have experienced what kind of people come to, become image consultants, and what are their aspirations, and what are their dreams, and what are they most passionate about. So is there any message that you would like to share from your side for them?
Sure. See, for all these aspiring consultants who join the ICBI, ICBI gives you a buffet. It's a buffet, I always say. So when you walk into a marriage hall, it's a luxurious place, and you have this buffet spread of continental, Indian, Chinese. So this buffet is in the form of image consulting and soft skill training offered to you by the ICBI. Now, if you eat everything, obviously you're going to land up having an upset stomach. You might know what is there in the buffet. So just eat something which is palatable to you, which goes with your system. What I intend saying is that find your niche and find your niche audience. So if you're a Chinese person, please just stick to Chinese. If you're an Indian person, just stick to having only an Indian meal that day. So what is your niche? Are you good at makeup? Are you good at soft skill training? Are you a good speaker? What are you good at? Find your niche and then start connecting with your audience. Secondly, do not compare your life with other image consultants. A very big takeaway. People think that she had it easy. Nobody has it easy. It's very difficult to make a career and to make money for yourself. And believe me, if women are successful, there's a lot of hard work behind what they are today. So do not compare your life, because there's always a market for you wherever you are. Secondly. Thirdly, walk the talk. If you're an image consultant, you need to look like one. You can't look like somebody else. Walking the talk means wearing your makeup if you feel like. If your skin is good, don't wear makeup. But dress up every single day, which makes you feel so confident about yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you should be the one who's saying, oh my God, you're amazing. I love you. So this is the kind of feeling you should have. Work on your vocabulary every single day. Vocabulary means have that throbbing vocabulary. I love people who have this command over diction and communication, because I want to sit and have more of their bite. And are you the person who's working on yourself every single day with those throbbing vocabularies you built up over a period of time? Read, because your communication skill is going to take you to another level. And last, again, which is the best of all, talk about your work. Please talk about what you do. I want to quote a beautiful example from my book. There was this interviewer, ma'am, who went to interview a great artist, and he went into his house, and he saw this huge painting of this artist which was hanging on the wall. I've just written in this book. This example is in my book also. So he was just wondering that why is this person putting the huge portrait of his on the wall? So he just asked that person when he comes, so why have you put your painting? There's no other painting. There's no other artifact, just the huge painting in the living room. You know what he said? If I don't believe in the lofty image of myself, who else will? So this is for all those consultants out there. Believe in the magic what ICBI has to offer you, and then talk about it every single day. If you're not going to talk about who you are, who else will? So these are the 4 takeaways for all the image consultants out there. And everybody has a market, and everybody can do well. There's much and more and enough for everybody in this planet. And if you are if you're completely throbbing with that purpose and intention, fearlessly in the pursuit of making a big difference, I think you will have a market like I had. Yeah.
Absolutely, and I think everybody goes through their share of struggles in the beginning, and it doesn't happen immediately. As soon as you're certified, if you start
Absolutely.
expecting work coming on your lap, dropping on your lap, it doesn't happen like that. Everybody struggles to get that work, in order. And I think once you are established, you work very hard to get established, and once you're established, there is no looking back.
Absolutely.
And I think that
Absolutely.
happens to everyone, and same thing happened with you, Sapna, right?
Absolutely. There's another thing, ma'am, which I would like to share it here in this. Another moment which came about 3 days back is this is the book which Vikas Jolly has published, and this book is No Ma Power, and I haven't yet posted. So here he has put my profile in this book
Oh,
about
wow.
this is about the book of all those Indian women who've made it with facing all the challenges and difficulties in life and how they made it to the top. So this was another thing which came up recently, and I forgot to mention it when you asked me the question. Suddenly when the video got off, I said I need to mention this. We all have that power. I think all women have that the power inside them, and just tap that energy. Everybody is going to do amazing well, like Suman ma'am out there, who's running such a big ICBI institute, and she has no qualms about it. She is so deeply rooted and grounded, and I think this is a great platform, ma'am, where you're just inviting all the consultants to talk about their life, and you're doing a great job yourself. We are
I think the
inspired.
most important thing is that people need to see that what is the kind of work and that what is the kind of hard work people go through. I mean, this is
Absolutely.
something which is so important, because a lot of people have this misconception that आपने certification किया, आपने course किया, और आपके पास, there is like, I mean, so much of work, falling into your lap. It doesn't work like that.
That's
Every industry, every business that you start, what you want to establish, it takes a lot of time, effort, energy, patience. So motivation, determination, all these things are very, very important. It just doesn't happen overnight. Nothing works and nothing happens overnight for anybody.
I know.
Forget
There's
about
nothing
you.
called.
Even for us, it never happened overnight. We had to share we had to go through our share of struggles. Sometimes we struggle even today. So, I mean, this is something which is a part and parcel, but the only thing that you have to keep in mind is don't give up. It will take time, and understand that it will take time. And continue, make sure that you're moving, you're not standing still. This is something which is very, very important.
Absolutely. You said it all.
So great, Sapna. It was lovely interacting with you. And I think today people are in awe of you because of the kind of things that you have said and the kind of motivational dose that you have given to everybody. Keep up the good work. Excellent. I mean, there are very few people who write a book. This is something which is very, very commendable. So all the very best to you. And I'm sure that your album is going to be released in next 5 years, and I'm waiting for that album. I will definitely buy that album for sure.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All the very best, and God bless.
Thank you. Thank you so
And
much.
all the people who are watching this interactive session of ours, Insta Live, Spotlight with Suman, thank you so much for joining in. Stay tuned for next week. We'll bring another image consultant. And until then, this is Sapna and Suman signing off. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.